Hello everyone. Have you ever paused in the middle of buttering your toast, looked out the window at the birds squabbling over crumbs, and thought, how much time do I really have left? Not in a gloomy way, oh no, more like when you realize your favorite biscuit tin is getting empty, and you wonder if it's time to restock or just enjoy the last few with a smile. Because after 60, the pace of life changes, doesn't it? The knees start sounding like old floorboards. Names occasionally vanish mid-sentence, and the telly volume slowly creeps up without anyone touching it. But something else happens too. You start thinking deeper about the years behind you. And the ones still waiting ahead. Is my body still strong enough for one more adventure? Will I still be here for the next wedding, the next birthday, the next silly dance with my grandchildren? Well, science might not have a crystal ball, but it does have a few clues. 6 of them, to be exact 6 signs, backed by proper research. That can quietly suggest how many more chapters your story might hold. So put the kettle on, get comfy, and let's take a gentle stroll through what the experts are saying. Who knows? By the end of this video, you might just feel a little more hopeful or at least have a good excuse to keep dancing in the living room. Let's begin. Sign number 1, walking speed, Kes Patton and Jalen. Let's start with your feet. Yes, your feet. Those 2 faithful friends that have carried you through decades through weddings, rainy markets, late night fridge raids, and maybe even a few slow dances in the kitchen. Well, science says the way you walk might just hint at how long you'll live. Researchers call it gait speed, but let's not get too fancy. It simply means how fast you walk when you're just being you, not racing for the loo. Not chasing a bus, just your normal everyday pace in a large study of older adults. Those who walked a bit brisker say over 1 meter per second had a significantly higher chance of living longer. Why? Because walking speed reflects more than just leg strength. It's also linked to heart health, brain function, and overall resilience. Now, don't worry, this doesn't mean you need to start jogging through the garden century or leave your friends behind during morning walks just to outlive them. It's not a race, love. It's a gentle reminder that mobility matters. So if you're still able to take a stroll every day, even if it's just to the end of the block and back, give yourself a little pat on the back, or ask someone else to reaching that far can be tricky after 60. Closing parenthesis. L, and if walking feels harder lately, that's okay too. You're not broken. It might just be time to talk to your doctor or a friendly physio. And start working slowly to keep those lovely legs moving. Remember, you don't have to walk fast to go far. You just need to keep walking. Sign number 2, grip strength, Kekuatan Gingham and Tangen. Now this next one might surprise you. We often talk about strong hearts, strong bones, strong willpower, but did you know that a strong grip could be one of the best signs of a longer life? Yes. Really? We're talking about the power in your hands. The very same hands that have stirred countless cups of tea, held babies, written letters, planted flowers, and maybe swatted a few flies with astonishing precision. Scientists have studied this across many countries. And guess what? They've found that grip strength is closely linked to overall health, including heart health, brain function, and even survival rates in older adults. In fact, one major study showed that people with weaker hand grip strength were more likely to face serious health issues and a shorter lifespan, but those with stronger grips, they were more likely to live longer, healthier lives, especially after 60. Now, before you go squeezing every jam jar in the kitchen to test yourself, remember, we're not talking about being able to crush apples or open stubborn pickle lids. This isn't an audition for the Avengers. It's more about what your grip says about your muscles, your nervous system, and how well your body is aging. A strong grip often means you still have good muscle mass, better balance, and lower risk of falls. It shows you've been using your body, staying active, lifting things, gardening, cooking, carrying grandkids, or maybe just refusing help with the shopping bags, even when you really should accept it. So what can you do if your grip feels weaker these days? Well, good news, it's not too late to strengthen it. Simple things like squeezing a softball, wringing out a wet cloth, gently of course, or even using light hand weights can slowly rebuild that grip. If you're still unsure, ask your doctor for a quick grip test. It's painless, quick, and honestly, kind of fun. Especially if you beat someone younger. But above all, remember this. Your hands have held so much in life, love, sorrow, celebration, and hope. They've carried your past, and with care, they can carry you into the future. So give them a little squeeze and thank them. They might be telling you something very important. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to subscribe and join our community where we celebrate life's later chapters with heart, humor, and hope. Sign number 3, sense of purpose. Rasa Tawan Hiddup. Now here's a sign that doesn't come from your body, but from something far deeper. Your why. Yes, science tells us that people who have a strong sense of purpose, a reason to wake up in the morning, tend to live longer, fuller lives. And no, it doesn't mean you have to go out saving whales or writing a novel at 75, though you absolutely could. It could be as simple as wanting to water your plants tomorrow. Check in on a neighbor. Bake your granddaughter's favorite cake again because the last one mysteriously disappeared. You see, studies from Japan, the US, and Europe all point to the same conclusion. Having something or someone to care about keeps you alive longer. It motivates the brain, balances the emotions, strengthens immunity, and even helps prevent certain diseases. There's even a beautiful word in Japanese for this idea, ikigai, which means a reason for being. It doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be yours. Maybe your purpose is taking care of that stubborn cat who only likes you. Maybe it's teaching your grandchild how to make your secret stew recipe. Or maybe it's simply greeting each sunrise with gratitude and one more deep breath. Now, let's be honest. There are days when you might feel a little lost. When the house feels too quiet, or the phone doesn't ring, or someone you used to share your days with is no longer there. But even then, especially then, your life still matters. Because your presence, your wisdom, your smile, they ripple into the lives of others in ways you'll never fully see. And the good news? You can rediscover purpose at any age. Join a walking group, write your memories down, call an old friend, volunteer at the library, babysit your neighbor's dog, even if it barks at everything, including leaves, or just tell your story, because someone out there needs to hear it. So yes, the science is clear. Those who feel they still have something meaningful to do tend to stay here longer to do it. So ask yourself not how much time do I have left, but what would make tomorrow worth waking up for? That, my dear friends, is a question that just might keep your heart beating stronger. Sign number 4, social connection, connexi social, and pertemanen. Let's talk about something we all need more than vitamins, more than walking sticks, maybe even more than biscuits. People, yes. One of the most powerful predictors of longevity, according to countless scientific studies, is simply this: staying socially connected. Now, we're not talking about how many followers you have on the internet, unless you're secretly famous on TikTok, in which case, hats off to you. We're talking about real human connection. Phone calls, chats over the garden fence, tea with a friend, a warm hello to the postman, even if he keeps stepping on your tulips. You see, researchers have found that older adults with strong social ties are less likely to suffer from depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. On the flip side, chronic loneliness can be just as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Imagine that all, because no one stopped by for a cup of tea. It's not about being the life of the party. It's perfectly fine if you'd rather be home with your slippers and a good mystery novel. It's about having someone who knows your name, asks how you're doing, and listens when you say you're not quite all right. Now, let's be honest. Friendship changes with age. People move away, some drift apart, some we painfully lose. But the heart still craves connection, and it's never too late to find new ones. Join a club, try a gentle dance class, volunteer at the local school or community garden, or even just sit on a bench where people pass by. You'd be amazed how many stories begin with a simple smile and a lovely weather, isn't it? And if reaching out feels awkward, that's okay. It's not about grand gestures. It's about little, regular moments of togetherness, because every laugh shared, every memory told, every time you say, "I remember when," you are keeping something precious alive, not just in you, but in the person beside you. So here's the science and the wisdom. Humans heal through connection, hearts beat steadier, lungs breathe deeper, minds stay sharper, and yes, lives grow longer. So next time you think, "Oh, I don't want to bother them anyway," chances are they need it too. Sign number 5, quality of sleep, qualitas titter. Now, let's talk about something we all know is precious, but sometimes feels just a little elusive. Sleep. Ah yes, that lovely mysterious state where the world quiets down and your body gets a chance to recharge, repair, and reset. Science has shown that quality sleep is a powerful predictor of longevity, especially after 60. Not just how many hours you spend in bed, but how restful and uninterrupted that sleep actually is. If you find yourself tossing and turning, counting sheep, and failing miserably, or waking up feeling like you've been run over by a bus, it might be time to pay attention. Good sleep supports your immune system, helps your brain clear out toxins, and keeps your heart ticking nicely along. Poor sleep, on the other hand, can increase risks for all sorts of health troubles, from memory loss to high blood pressure. But don't despair. Improving sleep isn't about fancy gadgets or complicated routines. Sometimes it's as simple as a warm cup of herbal tea, a bedtime story, even if you're reading it to yourself, or a relaxing walk before turning in. And yes, it's perfectly okay to have a little nap in the afternoon. Just don't let it steal your night's rest. Remember, your body has been through decades of late nights, early mornings, celebrations, and even a few heartbreaks. It deserves a bit of kindness now, so create a bedtime ritual that soothes you. Turn off screens a little earlier and give yourself permission to slow down. After all, a well-rested you is a happier, healthier you, and that's a key to staying vibrant for the years ahead. Sleep tight, dear friends. Your future self will thank you. Sign number 6, maintaining a healthy weight. Menjaga Berat Badan Sad. Let's finish strong with something that many of us have wrestled with over the years: our weight. Now, we all know the scales can be a bit of a tricky companion sometimes. A friend, sometimes a frenemy. But science shows that maintaining a healthy weight after 60 is truly important for longevity. Not about being thin or fitting into your old jeans from decades ago, but about balancing your body's needs to keep your heart, joints, and organs happy and functioning well. Carrying too much weight, especially around the middle, can increase risks for diabetes, heart disease, and mobility problems. On the flip side, being underweight can also signal frailty and lower resilience to illnesses. So, what's the secret? It's not about crash diets or impossible exercise routines. It's about nourishing your body with wholesome food, staying gently active, and listening to what your body truly needs. Maybe it's a daily walk with a friend, or swapping sugary snacks for fresh fruit, or simply choosing to move a bit more in ways that feel joyful, not forced. And remember, your worth is never measured by the numbers on a scale. It's in your laughter, your kindness, your stories, and the warmth you bring to those around you. So care for your body. It's the one and only place you truly live. Because when your body feels good, your spirit can soar. Sign 7. A steady step, a stronger tomorrow. Let's take a quiet moment and talk about something we all do step by step, day by day. Yes, walking. It's so ordinary, so natural, that we hardly give it a second thought, but science has. And what it's discovered is rather extraordinary. Researchers from the Journal of the American Medical Association found something simple yet powerful. The speed at which older adults walk is a strong predictor of how long they may live. That's right, not your blood pressure, not your cholesterol, not even how many vegetables you eat, though that helps too, but how you walk. Now don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to power walk around the park like a retired Olympian. It's not about racing the neighbors or overtaking grandkids on scooters. It's about having a steady, confident gait, a pace that says, I'm still here, and I've got somewhere to be, even if it's just the kitchen. Walking well involves more than legs, it's a full symphony. Your heart pumps the rhythm, your lungs keep the tempo, your muscles play along, and your brain keeps it all in sync. When those parts still work together to carry you down the hallway or up the garden path, that's no small thing. That's your body whispering, we're still moving. We're still strong. Slowing down is natural, of course. Knees creak, ankles mutter. Sometimes the hips negotiate before agreeing to stand. But the important part is that you keep moving. Keep walking, even if slowly, even if carefully. Greater than a journey of 1,000 miles, said Lao Tzu, begins with a single step. And we'd like to add, preferably a step that doesn't trip over the cat. So if you're still taking daily strolls, walking to the mailbox, or simply pacing around the kitchen during the kettle boil, keep at it. Each step is a celebration, a quiet triumph, a vote for tomorrow. Some people think youth is in the face, but truthfully, youth lives in the legs. Your stride is your signature. It tells the world and your own body that you're still writing chapters, that you're still showing up for life. And if your step has slowed, that's no shame. That's experience. Talking. Just don't sit still too long. Even the moon has to rise and fall to keep shining. So go on, walk a little, smile a little, and remind the world that age doesn't stop movement. Only excuses do. Sign 8. What's on your plate shapes your fate. Let's open the fridge, shall we? Or maybe take a quiet peek at the dinner table. Because believe it or not, the contents of your plate say more about your future than any fortune teller ever could. Science has been very clear on this one. What we eat, especially after the age of 60, can deeply influence how long and how well we live. It's not about strict diets or starving yourself. It's about choosing food that loves you back. Research, especially around the Mediterranean diet, has shown that meals rich in fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, fish, and olive oil are linked to a reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and even dementia. It's like giving your body a warm hug from the inside. Now, let's be honest. We all know the comfort of mashed potatoes and gravy, the joy of a sweet pudding, that one biscuit we weren't supposed to have, but did anyway twice. But the truth is, those small everyday choices over time matter more than we realize. Greater than. Let food be thy medicine, said Hippocrates long before supermarkets existed. That doesn't mean giving up joy on a plate. No one's banning birthday cake or Sunday roast. It simply means looking at your plate with a bit more kindness. Is there color? Is there freshness? Is there something your grandmother might have grown in the garden? Eating well isn't about punishment. It's about preservation. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to keep your heart beating strong, your brain thinking sharp, and your joints moving gently. You see, digestion slows a bit as we age. So does our sense of thirst, which means we need to be intentional. Drink enough water, eat fiber-rich foods, and limit the ultra-processed surprises that sneak in from colorful packages. The best part? Eating better doesn't have to be boring. A handful of nuts instead of chips, grilled salmon instead of fried mystery meat, a slice of apple with cinnamon instead of another donut. Well, okay, maybe half a donut, and your body knows. It responds, it smiles quietly, saying thank you each time you feed it something that helps rather than harms. We are what we eat, the saying goes, and by that logic, let's be vibrant. Let's be fresh. Let's be a little nutty, just like walnuts. So next time you sit down for a meal, take a breath, look at your plate, and ask gently, is this helping me live well or just live full? Because what you put on your plate today might just shape the way you dance through tomorrow. So there you have it, 8 scientifically proven signs that can help you live a longer, healthier, and happier life after 60. Remember, it's not about chasing perfection, but about nurturing your sense of purpose, staying connected with others, getting good sleep, and caring gently for your body and mind. Small steps, simple habits, and a little kindness to yourself can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a like. It truly means a lot to us. And if you have your own stories or tips, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos made just for you, because your well-being and happiness matter every single day. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, please share the video with them. Together, let's build a community that supports and uplifts each other. Thank you so much for watching, and take good care of yourself. See you in the next video.